What's going on, good people out there in YouTube land and wherever else these videos happen to make it, apparently around the world. So that in itself is pretty fire. All right, it is the werewolf himself, Mr. Bad. What is going on, guys? I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Hopefully, you guys are having a blessed, positive day. And if not, then make it happen. Make it happen, Captain. All right, so this particular video is about deprivation of rights under color of law. Now, this is section 242 of Title 18 in the United States Code. So this, much like everything else on my video, is factual. A lot of people don't know this, but the Department of Justice, the government, is your friend. They're the ones who uphold the Constitution. They protect us and they enforce our freedoms, rights, and liberties against the very tyrannical states and other powers, enemies, foreign and domestic. They wear disguises. All right. These are the people who we need to go to. So the Civil Rights Division of the U.S. Department of Justice, or justice.gov. Thank you for doing your job. I don't know if you guys watch my videos, but I certainly know other agencies do. And those are the agencies or the people that you guys should probably be watching. Everybody needs to be watching everybody. Y'all seeing, I'm always watching. All right, let's get to it. So in this, we're going to read exactly what their definition is of Title 18 U.S.C. Section 242. Now, this is only a piece of the article. They don't have the whole thing and everything, all the superfluities in this particular section. And I don't know why. I mean, they should. This is kind of what you do. You'd think you'd have the whole full breakdown. So we'll take a look and see what else we can find. But yeah. All right. Without further ado, let's get going here. All right. I don't know if you guys want to hear me or if I should just have my lovely AI assistant do it. Let's see here. But yeah, she's got a better voice than me anyway.
Summary. Section 242 of Title 18 makes it a crime for a person acting under color of any law to willfully deprive a person of a right or privilege protected by the Constitution or laws of the United States.
Okay. Anybody acting under color of law to willfully deprive a person of a right or privilege protected by the Constitution. So what does color of law means? Color of law essentially means you are operating and pretending to be the ultimate law of the land, lawful. Now, a sheriff, for those good ones out there, thank you, is supposed to be constitutional. They protect the nationals, state citizens, and the public. And the public means those under the 14th Amendment U.S. citizenship title. Everybody. Because even the 14th Amendment U.S. citizens are actually a part of the ability of being nationals. They are nationals themselves, but they're choosing to operate on the state level in the PMA, which is called the public. That does not apply to everybody. Under 8 U.S.C. 110122B, it says that all U.S. citizens are U.S. nationals, but not all U.S. nationals are U.S. citizens. You feel me? So if you are a police officer or etc., you are not the final law in the line of enforcement. You're doing things private for private members, which unfortunately is a lot of us have that private membership side or ability. Why? Because at some point in time, we chose to say, I'm a resident of your corporation, your PMA. I'm an employee of yours. I'm a member. I want your privileges and licenses. Tax me, pay me fees. And if any of those people, and we'll get to who those people are because they spell it out right here. This is not me. This is the Department of Justice. Then you are in violation of the Constitution. You are a traitor. If you're against the information I'm putting out, you are a traitor. you are depriving people, you are playing games, you are trash. These are our rights and freedoms. So let's keep going. Let's see who these perpetrators are.
States. For the purpose of Section 242, acts under color of law include acts not only done by federal, state, or local officials within their lawful authority, but also acts done beyond the bounds of that official's lawful authority, if the acts are done while the official is purporting to or pretending to act in the performance of his/her official duties.
So look, so the federal government threw themselves under the bus too. They said, yeah, F us too, because hey, if any of us or the system itself is denying you of this, then we're dirty. And you, the people, we, the people, have the right to make it right. We will hold you accountable. If they are denying you of your rights, if somebody else, including them, are denying you of their rights, they can be held to that. So they're saying within the pursuit of their lawful authority, which means that the federal government allows them to do what they're doing lawfully. So the government has the lawful ability to say, yes, we lawfully give you that ability. But then what are those people doing? They're operating legally. Legal typically means within the corporation, means it's acceptable to be done, especially within our jurisdiction. Now, you have to understand, so let's back up. Understand that in the same area, we'll just use California, all right? So California itself is the land, also referred to as California, the Republic, which is the people and the land. But then there's an operation called State of California. Once again, if you watch my videos, you should know that the word of means you're not getting the real thing. That's why even the title says deprivation of rights, because that means you're not getting your rights under color of law. That means you're not getting the actual law. You see what it is? Of is an MFer. It's a modifier. It has changed. You don't understand what you're reading. Okay? Of. Pay attention to the word of. So in that same area, there are multiple jurisdictions. The county is de jure, or at least they're supposed to be. The counties are supposed to be de jure and American under the Constitution. Not all of them are. Many of them are starting to change back, but slowly. Don't worry, we got time. We'll get there. The states are de facto. The state of California is de facto. It is a corporation for profit, allowed to have the ability to govern as a government, but they're not the government. They ceded some of their power and jurisdiction, their sovereignty, though they don't like it when we use the word, they use it all the time. Hey, we're sovereign. Or they want to try to rally behind the people. Hey, people of California, my fellow Californians, let's stand up to the government. You know what they're really saying? They're really saying they want you to back them while they take away your rights and freedoms. That's how they're playing people, my good people. I hope you guys are hearing this. I never understood when I was younger exactly why those old people on the corner, now I guess I'm an old people on the corner, always got on their soapbox and started telling people, oh, they're coming for your land and they're your rights. Now I understand. I get it. Now I am become the person who I didn't understand, but now I overstand. And that's why I'm bringing what I've learned to you guys, because I didn't hear what they were saying. So what they do is the government say, hey, you can, within the geographical sense, operate your private for-profit business known as the state of California, that's the business name, in the same geographical area known as California, the Republic. but those are two separate jurisdictions. But anybody agreeing to be a resident of the state of California as a resident means they reside in your corporate paper jurisdiction as a non-living entity, a legal person, a legal fiction, straw man, nom de gore, war name. In a capitis demutio maxima status. And anybody else is foreign. All of the states then got together underneath that same banner, doing the same thing, and created their PMA, a private members association known as the public. You agreed to be a resident, reside in the public. You became a public entity. Your all capital, not capitalized name became a legal person, separate and distinct from you in all regards, to take all of the abuse from you being a native person in their land, so you wouldn't suffer any damages. It would. It takes the loss. It is your shield, a mask, your suit of armor. You've been in that armor so long, you're now taking what's going on personal, and you're putting things in its name, and they're attacking that person, which now is everything that you put in there. You don't own most of the things you think you own. And they are, those states, those entities, those corporations are depriving you of your rights in natural law, common law, constitutional law, private law. So when people out there are doing various things to you, depriving you of your constitutional rights, and if you haven't read the Constitution, read it. If you haven't read the Declaration of Independence, read it. If you haven't read your Bill of Rights, read it. That is a Badwolf mandatory. Don't come asking me email questions and you haven't even read those things. Because from now on, like I said, I answer very few emails. Sorry to be that way. I've done it 1,000 times. I can't, I'm not going to maintain that forever. It's just too much. And if you haven't read those three things, definitely don't email me. And after you've read those things and watched my videos and gotten up to speed, then maybe I will, because people ask me some of the same questions. Now, I don't mind if you pay for the consultation or for the question consults, but I'm not going to let my energy be wasted on things that I've already put it into videos and whatever else, and you don't even know your rights and where to stand on and how and what you have, but you want me to do all the work. But then you don't want to pay, for a court consultation fee with me, but you'll drop $2,500 to $5,000 on a lawyer. Come on, people. Now, to the people who get it, who do it right, love you guys. Thank you. This only goes out to the small few. So don't take it as me being the old grumpy guy on the corner. I'm not. I'm just letting you know. So let's keep it going.
Duties. Persons acting under color of law within the meaning of this statute include police officers, prisons guards, and other law enforcement officials, as well as judges, care providers in public health facilities, and others who are acting as public officials. It is not necessary that the crime be motivated by animus toward the race, color, religion, sex, handicap, familial status, or national origin of the victim. The offense is punishable by a range of imprisonment up to a life term, or the death penalty, depending upon the circumstances of the crime and the resulting injury.
Now, let's go back. Okay, so you now know that part, but let's go back a little bit here. Let's see if I can. I really want you guys to hear this part again.
Persons acting under color of law within the meaning of this statute include police officers, prisons guards, and other law enforcement officials, as well as judges, care providers in public health facilities, and others who are acting as public officials.
So if you're acting as a public official, a police officer, you are a public official. You are not the law enforcement. A sheriff is if he's operating under the Constitution. It's the highest law in the land as far as enforcement. for your rights, freedoms, and liberties. Prison guards and other law enforcement officials, so any of those people, judges, care providers, in public health facilities. This law is coming at you. This is what most of the people out there sue under, because you're operating as if you are the final law. Now, yes, you do still have to abide by the rules and whatever else of the facility and of your charge, your office, and people. You still have to operate, accordingly as well. There's a part to play. But if you're denying people their rights, freedoms, and liberties, they won't let you put your house into trust. They won't let you get away from taxes. They don't like it because of your race, your creed, your sexual orientation, your religion, your handicap, your marital status, etc. And as it'll say down here, your national origin. They cannot hate on you because you're national. Let's expound upon that. Well, if you could see it, I would make some bubbles, but whatever. They said they cannot hate on you because of your status, your national origin. That means when these cops are calling you a sovereign citizen, it is defamation of character. It's a suable offense. I'm a national, and that is protected. You are calling me outside of my name, that which could get me in trouble or hurt, and you are depriving me of that. You're saying I can't be a national? You know that's a suable offense. Right here. Or national origin of the victim. Right there. They slid it in. I'm proud to be an American. I probably would have started off with this is the first thing. National, right here. But okay, it is what it is. At least it's in there. And now this is on video for all of Immemorial, other than their website. You guys see it right here. So when they go after you and deny you of your rights, now mind you, this only works as if you have removed your stuff all the way out of their system. Your car is private, your house is private, your bank account's private, your other stuff is private, 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 private. Dun, 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 dun. Under deprivation of rights, under color of law, if you are a police officer and you are, or any of these other people, and you're denying me of my rights, which include, once again, race, color, religion, sex, anytime, please, handicap, familial status, or national origin of the victim, you are then a victim, and you can sue in the district court under deprivation of rights, color of law, 242. Let's keep going.
Officials. It is not necessary that the crime be motivated by animus toward the race, color, religion, sex, handicap, familial status, or national origin of the victim. The offense is punishable by a range of imprisonment up to a life term, or the death penalty, depending upon the circumstances of the crime, and the resulting injury, if any. Title 18 U.S.C., Section 242. Whoever, under color of any law, statute, ordinance, regulation, or custom, willfully subjects any person in any state, territory, commonwealth, possession, or district to the deprivation of any rights, privileges, or immunities secured or protected by the Constitution or laws of the United States, shall be fined under this title or imprisoned not more than 1 year, or both, and if bodily injury results from the acts committed in violation of this section, or if such acts include the use, attempted use, or threatened use of a dangerous weapon, explosives, or fire, shall be fined under this title or imprisoned not more than 10 years, or both, and if death results from the acts committed in violation of this section, or if such acts include kidnapping or an attempt to kidnap, aggravated sexual abuse, or an attempt to commit aggravated sexual abuse, or an attempt to kill, shall be fined under this title, or imprisoned for any term of years or for life, or both, or may be sentenced to death. Updated May 31st, 2021.
That's it. So people might think I'm against police officers. I am not, for the record. I have family and friends that are police officers in the various levels. I won't provide their names or anything like that. Some of them do provide information. So to those other officers, you wonder how I know certain things. Well, there you have it. And once again, I've always said this. How many bad officers do you have on the force if the good ones don't report the bad ones? You guys know what internal affairs is. You know you can anonymously drop them a tip. Do your job. Hold to your oath of office. Be an American. Don't be a traitor to the system that's trying to tear down America and tear us apart. But we do need to remove the trash in whatever form it takes. In any place it lurks, light will be shed upon you. I didn't want to get too biblical. I was going to say thee. Light shall be disposed upon thee. But still yet nonetheless. All right, guys, that's it. That's 242 section or title 18, section 242, United States Code. So now let's see what we can find on. Okay. Um, oh, sorry, I must have fat fingered there. Okay, so Cornell Law, Legal Institute. Hi, Cornell Law. I know you guys still watch my videos, so how's it going? How's it going? All right, so this is the whole section here. Most of this, if not all of it, has look, they're saying so here, attempted use, threatened use of a dangerous weapon, explosive, or fire. Okay. How many times you been on the road? I'm gonna let's say here, kidnap you. I'm gonna arrest you, and they don't even have a warrant, or you're gonna be abused. They threaten, well, I'm gonna use my firearm on you, or they pull it out. These are suable offenses. You didn't do anything unless you did do something criminal or you're in the act of something criminal. They do not have the ability to do this. Unaliving somebody in the back with a pew pew is not okay, even if someone's trying to get away, unless they've done something criminal or a crime or in the middle of the act thereof. Because you are not, none of these people are judge, jury, and executioner. And the person, whether they're right or wrong, even though I don't like the wrong, but still yet they are entitled to a fair trial. Unless the officer's life is in danger, he is not to even remove his weapon. He's to be at the ready. But at the end of the day, a private person has more power than an officer. And hear me out when I say that. That's because we're the people who govern over the government in the private. But when you use their public stuff, you become an employee of theirs, cannon fodder, chattel property, an employee. Do you know how serious it is if an officer pulls a pew pew on somebody who's a foreign national from another country or a diplomat, which is what we are considered in the private? Now, full respect to the good law enforcement out there all day, because I know most of you guys do not get this information. That's why I'm bringing it to you. And I do appreciate the respect some of you guys have given to me out there and the various people like me. Thank you all day. You guys are true Americans. My hat goes off to you. If you need something, reach out. I got you. If I can help, as long as you're not yourself doing anything criminal. They are not to threaten. They are not to coerce. They are not to force. Even right here, it says, or threatened. You can read this as, or threaten use of a dangerous, meaning, oh, but they're threatening you. This is, you're threatened. And then there's the use of a dangerous, okay? You have to learn to read these words properly. Now, as I've always said, do not go out there filing frivolous claims and whatever else, but you should know your rights. So that's about it, guys. Not a long video, but an informative one. This is where you would sue somebody in district court if one of these things has transpired under 18 U.S. Code 242, deprivation of rights under color of law. Remember, of rights. So it's the deprivation of your rights, meaning because you're not getting your rights. And it's under color of law because you're not getting actual law. They are handling them this all judge, jury, and executioner in some cases. So you're not getting a fair law. This is failure for due process when they do these things. You just have to know where to sue and on what grounds. All right, that's it. You guys be good. I'll get the lights. You guys remember, hit that bell, like, subscribe. Appreciate you guys on the way out. Talk to you later.